Hi, this is Jörg, which is German for George, here at Find a Job in Germany in Berlin. What I'm going to tell you now about finding a job in Germany in tech and IT is really going to surprise you. I can guarantee you that, because what most people really don't know, and I do talk to a lot of people every day, and I would say about 98% have never heard of this. You do not need, I repeat, you do not need an academic degree to come work in Germany in tech and IT. Again, I'm not joking, and here's why. When we do our get to know calls, which are basically the first round of our Find a Job in Germany coaching program, we do sometimes meet people who have not finished their university degree. And that can have many reasons. It's either because they dropped out, or they may have never even seen a university from the inside to begin with, which, by the way, guys, should never be a stigma. Now, needless to say, though, in most professional areas nowadays, that would not, let me put it this way, directly qualify you for any employee position where you can make a lot of money or start a high-level career from the first start. In fact, we do live in a world where formal education really typically comes first before people can start making any professional claims where they can really start climbing the ladder. Personally, I always find that skills trump any kind of education, because your education will actually only be a substantial proof of certain parts of your skill set. But that's just my personal opinion. And that's just the world we live in. And be that as it may, coming back to tech and IT professionals in Germany and our get to know calls, we do get that question every once in a while, whether or not it's a problem for somebody interested in finding a job in Germany, moving to Germany, if they do not have a bachelor's degree, And the answer is no. At least here in Germany, you're not per se excluded from getting a visa. And I'm talking about visa here explicitly because that's really what it comes down to in the end. You need that visa to be able to enter the country, to then walk to your new office. But while I do not know how it is in other countries, I don't know, in Europe or even beyond Europe elsewhere, here in Germany, the government has actually come up with a pretty cool immigration rule, which is just specifically designed for tech and IT professionals. And the government, back then when they started creating that rule, they said, hey, there are actually so and so many skilled developers, software developers, cloud engineers, data engineers, whatnot. Why don't we let them work here if they have the skills? Because what truly matters for the job isn't actually the degree, it's the skills. So here the lawmaker, the government said, let us create a law where we assess people based on exactly those skills which are required. And let's not shut the door in front of those who may not have the papers. Again, a bachelor's degree. So whoever did the lobbying for this specific rule in our immigration laws has done a pretty good job, I think, because especially in tech and IT over the last years, I have met so many cool people, talented people who haven't really enjoyed their academic education in tech and IT. It can also be that they have a degree in something entirely different, like in commerce and economics, which is actually like one of our successful coachees. His name is Kamran, and I invite you to also watch his success story after this clip. Another possibility is that they have done their degree in electrical engineering. I do not know. And just like I said, they don't have any degree at all. That can also be a realistic scenario. Now, does this all come with no strings attached whatsoever? No, of course not. And the requirements of this IT specialist visa, that's actually how this is called. That's the technical term that you would be getting, IT specialist visa. They are the following. First, you need to have been offered a job in the IT sector in Germany, or a IT company, IT-based company, an IT-related job. So you need a co-signed employment contract. That's really the key to everything anyway. In our coaching program, that's also what we will always go for. Without that, you can't really proceed anyway. And what is important to know as a second requirement is that you have to be able to provide proof of at least 3 years of experience in IT over the last 7 years. Again, a total of at least 3 years of experience in IT over the last 7 years. And this will first be proven through proper documentation in your CV, and then the embassy will also probably want to see reference letters from your employers or projects during that time. So if you've been a freelancer, You can also get your visa, don't worry, but you will have to, you'll need to produce some equivalent documentation. If you've been employed, your employer will naturally have to issue that reference letter. Besides, and this is the next requirement, naturally you need to be able to provide proof of the relevant, they call it theoretical knowledge required for the job in question. And that can be in the form of training courses, for example, but they can really also waive that sometimes if they see that what you've been working on in the past is essentially already what you're going to be working on in the future. And then last, your potential position in Germany needs to be remunerated with a gross annual salary of at least 52,560 euros. That is as of 2023. Also, if it's an English-speaking role, an English-speaking team, you don't need any German language certificate or any German language skills either. If you're wondering about that salary part, which I just mentioned, just watch one of my other videos, which is about salary here in Germany to get the full picture. So yes, there are a few conditions that you need to meet, but like I said, you do not need that academic degree. And this also means that if you have an academic degree in any other field, let me repeat myself again, you do not need a degree in tech and IT either. Okay, so also in your case, you will need to show at least those 3 years of relevant project experience over the last 7 years and that pertinent project experience, that knowledge in that area where you're going to be doing your job in. So there has to be a strong correlation between your previous job or jobs or project or projects in your home country and what you're going to be doing in Germany, your future job in Germany. I hope you liked this video. If so, you are very much welcome to subscribe to our channel, of course. We keep publishing regularly, and if you're interested in finding a job in Germany through our Find a Job in Germany coaching program, go ahead, watch our video training to really understand how we work and what we do exactly, and then you can get in touch with us. All the best from Berlin. This is Jörg.